Hi folks, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. My name is Gail and this is my channel, and it is Thursday tonight and I am listening to a couple of tracks, a bit of music, because I generally work half days on Thursdays, and this particular Thursday I decided I wasn't going to rush around like a crazy thing for the rest of the afternoon, but have a nice little nap, as you do when you get to a certain mature age, and because that I feel like I got a little bit more energy to do some reactions. So before I get to this, I just want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking videos, like it and subscribe, as people say. Suggesting music to listen to. What else? Helping me with buy me a coffee. So you can click the link to buy me a coffee and support the channel that way. And also, if you suggest music to listen to through buy me a coffee, I will get around to reacting it rather quickly. So this is a track that I've never heard of. It is called Razzle in My Pocket, which already sounds a little bit rude, and it is from Ian Dury. And I believe it's just Ian Dury with a few other Blockheads. We've got Chaz Janko on guitars, Norman Roy on bass, and Charlie Charles on drums. So this was, I think, probably written by Ian Dury, and it was originally it was included on the early presses of Ian Dury's New Boots and Panties album, but then later not. So it was generally it was released as a B-side to the single "Sex, Drugs and Rock and Roll," which was released in August of 1977. So if I remember rightly, a couple of I think my brother had one Ian Dury track, and it was a single, and the B-side was actually quite fun as well. So hoping that this carries on that tradition of being a fun B-side. So without further ado, this is Razzle in My Pocket by Ian Dury and a few of his Blockheads.
In my yellow jersey, I went out on the nick. South Street, Romford, shopping arcade. Got a Razzle magazine, I never paid. Inside my jacket, and away double quick. Good sense told me, once was enough. But I had a cocky eye on more loose stuff. With the Razzle in my pocket, back to have another pick. Instead of being sneaky, I strolled inside. I put my thieving hand on something rude. I walked right out with a silhouette of nudes. Hold on, sonny, said a voice at my side. I think you've taken one of my books. Passers-by gave me dirty looks. Not me, mister, I bravely lied. We stopped by the window of a jeweller's shop. If it's money for your lunch, I'd have given you a loan. Have you got any form? Were you on your own? Round to the station and we'll tell the cops. I'm ever so ashamed, it was wicked and rash. Here's the book back and here's the cash. I never stole before, I promise I'll stop. Crime doesn't pay, you've got honest eyes. If we go to the law, another thief is born. And I'll get the book back, creased and torn. So return what you've taken and apologise. I gave him back his nudie book. I said I was sorry, I slung my hook. With the Razzle in my pocket as the second prize.
That was a funny little song that was in Dury with Razzle in my pocket, and I'm assuming that Razzle is a gentleman's magazine, but then he overreached his abilities of shoplifting to try and lift something a little bit harder, and was immediately caught by the shopkeeper. Had to give that book back, but still had his Razzle. Um, Yeah, it was kind of a fun little story. I think I knew a lot of people that shoplifted when I was, when I was younger. Not prolifically. They kind of just did it as they, I don't know why, but and it's kind of felt like one of our stories. But obviously, there's a shoplifting porno mags is probably not if you get caught, it's doubly embarrassing, isn't it? Especially if you've got friends around and stuff that see you do it. Yeah, definitely for him. I wonder if this is a true story, actually. I wonder if this is something he actually tried to do, or maybe a member of his band. But yeah, it's just a fun little song. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the little kind of manic guitar break. It felt a little bit sort of surreal, and the whole thing actually felt a little bit surreal. I love his voice, though. I mean, he's a poet. He's just a great storyteller, and because of his kind of like that London sort of like accent, you just kind of you kind of feel that he's got a story to tell. It's yeah, I think it really sort of it's one of the things about the songs that he's actually able to express himself and like sound quite normal. I think there's a period of music where people wanted to sound American, and fortunately, at the end of the '70s and stuff, we kind of bucked that trend and went back to sounding like as we should. So yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. I must get into more in Jury actually. I don't listen to enough of it, and there still are some sort of bigger tracks which I still haven't heard. So I'd like to get back to that. So please let me know what you think of this B-side to Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, which I have heard. Um, and I'm sure that was from a, was that from, excuse me, was that from a movie? The Great Rock and Roll Swindle? I remember I'm sure my brother had an album of it. So anyway, this was nice. This was a B-side, and as B-sides go, and as I mentioned before, it is like they didn't really sort of they never failed to impress with their music, and especially B-sides. There's certain bands that made an effort with their B-sides to actually give you something as well as the A-side, and see a lot of B-sides in the '80s then sort of went for the instrumental B-side, which I guess if you wanted to sing over it, then um because that's something. But I did actually. I liked the different, the experimental B-sides to songs, and this is nice. It's a lower pace than Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, and it was a very intimate story of shoplifting, which I liked it actually because it did feel intimate. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Join me in the comments below, and till next time, take good care of yourselves, and hopefully, I will get this out at some point in the near future. It won't be tonight. Or it might be tonight, actually. Who knows? So, anyway, take care and speak to you soon.